before I realized there was an extension, I used to get stressed out. That's why I started having the party. We have a parade, we have a party, we have fun. We're at city. Everybody else in the world is going completely nuts, and we're sitting here, with refreshments and everybody dressed in costumes and honking our horns. We're having a great time. Why? We want to show that you don't have to stress it. You can extend it. Okay, April 15th, you should have had your job way done a long time ago. If you're doing your taxes, it should have been done on April 1st, then review it, then check it, check your math, make sure it's correct, then get it in on April 15th, fine. But you shouldn't be sitting there calculating your return on April 15th. That is ridiculous. It's like, a lot of people say, well, if we don't have a deadline, nobody will do it. We're not babies. We all know we need to pay our taxes. We're responsible citizens. We're the ones that make this country. Okay, so give us a chance to do it right. IRS has been trying to go to a year-round system for years. 3 years ago, they suggested eliminating the extension and just allowing everybody to file up to October 15th. Tax professionals interjected, however, and really made the IRS change their position. It could be the tax professional community enjoys the status of being able to charge $300 to $400 an hour, and maybe if there was a year-round system, they wouldn't be able to charge as much. It hit me when I started doing taxes and found I'm doing the same guy's return on April 12th, and he's bugging me to get it done because it's a deadline, and I miss something. If I miss one little thing on the return, he might cost him $600, $700, $1,000, and it's a completely legal return. I filed this. Is absolutely. Your deductions are optional. You don't have to take them. So if I miss one deduction, it costs him money, so he never knows about it. But if I did that same guy's return in June and I'm relaxed, he ends up getting more money back. Is that fair? I have a client who's a movie director, and he was in such a freak about getting the thing on time. He did such an inaccurate return, he actually got audited. He got audited, and subsequent to the audit, I can't tell you whose name was, but he ended up with a bill of like $10,000, which he thought he owed, and he started making payments on it. We went back to the audit, asked for it to be reopened, brought all his documents and receipts in, and the auditor saw that obviously he not only did not owe $10,000, but he had a refund coming. So what the point is, if he didn't have proper representation, he would have paid his $10,000 because he thought the deadline was so important that he had to have it in. He would have paid more than he should. If you ask anybody in the street if there should be no taxes, they'll say, of course there should be taxes. I need to have roads, I need to have schools, I need to have a police department. They want taxes, they just don't want to pay unfair taxes. And our system has developed into an unfair system because it's so complex that the average guy doesn't get the breaks he deserves. I thought about this idea of how to get the word out on extensions. So I came up with this idea for a 1-800 number. A 1-800 number giving people a brief explanation of the change in the law and how it could help them. I think that this maybe can just open people's eyes that there's alternatives. I think that if someone is completely ready, has their taxes correct and accurate, they should file it on time. But people should never, no one should do an improper job because they're worried about a deadline. Look at California. They used to have a deadline to get your registration in on February something. Okay, everybody was lining up for a mile trying to get their registration in. They went to a simple year-round system. They've never had a problem since. Overall, if people file in a year-round system, it's going to cost people less to get their taxes done, for one. Also, they're probably going to get better quality work, and if they do their own taxes, they'll have more time to research the tax law. If taxpayers file more accurate returns and make fewer mistakes, there'll be less audits and less trouble and cost for the IRS.